Hello everyone, this is the TheMcKayConsortium, creator of OJ-FWA. I just wanted to make this update just to let everyone know that OJ-FWA is still alive and well. Yuki Matsuri will be happening very soon. I'm not sure exactly how soon it will be. I'm hoping by the end of December it will be up. I'm of course shooting for much sooner than that, hopefully the end of November. But just to leave a bit of space there, I figured end of December would be great. Now then, this is going to be one of the few times that I do this style of update. Normally, anything I do on this channel is purely within storyline. It's a match, an event, a show, something like that, a backstage skit, something like that. But today, I felt it really important to tell everyone who subscribes. And by the way, thank you so much for all you subscribers for watching. You don't know how much we appreciate it. Just really wanted to tell you guys that we're still here, that there's nothing wrong, and OJ-FWA will continue in a form that's perhaps even better than it ever was before. A brief history of OJ-FWA, just in case any of you want to know about it. OJ-FWA was created in a prototypical form in probably when I first got Fire Pro D. I created some of the characters. In fact, there was a character that many of you might recognize that I created even before that, Fire Pro 6-Man Scramble, and that was John McKay. But really, it really started with Fire Pro D. I became obsessed with that game and ran tournaments and blah, blah, blah. It's the same story as really anybody else who has wrestling games who got into this kind of bullshit. In any case, it debuted more like its current form in 2006 on the Fire Pro Club website, the forums, with First. And now I'm not going to bore you with the whole history, but suffice it to say, it's grown, it's changed, and it's more approaching a form I'm much more comfortable with, much less use of actual wrestlers, and no use of, anybody else's, like fictional characters created by companies such as SNK, what have you. That's something I really got to dislike. But to each his own. In any case, that's the brief history. You know how it is right now. And I am so happy for each and every one of you who have subscribed. I thank you so much. It really makes the work seem worth it. And quite frankly, I am so appreciative that you guys have remained watching even through our dry periods, through nearly the long periods of time where there's nothing. And I really appreciate it. Yes, and OJ-FWA was created in Japan. I worked in Japan previously, and it was during that time that I created OJ-FWA as we know it, and I used all sorts of things as my influences, people I knew, situations I saw, TV, media, people I know. Anyways, basically I took all sorts of things from that experience and put it into OJ-FWA. However, in 2007, I moved back to the United States. I worked in the New York area, and I more or less did that up until very recently. And here's a bit of the this is more the meat of this whole discussion. This is really what I wanted to get at. The reason why there hasn't been too much activity, either on the Twitter or the Facebook, what have you, or even on the YouTube, is because, well, I was preparing for a dramatic change in my life. And that change is, well, I moved back to Japan. I'm in a completely different area now than I was before, but I am back in Japan. OJ-FWA is back in Japan, and quite frankly, it feels really good. Now for the future, first things first, I do want to say, yes, the subscribers, the 200 subscriber thing, I really want to make that happen. I'll try to go back down and see who the 200 subscriber is and maybe develop some sort of, thank you thing. Or even for a future thing, a 300 subscriber. I really appreciate that. I really, really apologize for not being able to fulfill like a promise of having a celebratory subscriber activity. Too many things just popped up, and I apologize for that. Also, there's a very, very big possibility that OJ-FWA Fight TV will go weekly. A huge possibility. A pretty well-known internet TV site approached me and asked me if I'd be willing to do it, and I said yes. They wanted me to start in October. Of course, with the move happening, it was impossible. But they also offered January, and I accepted. Hopefully things move smoothly with that. I'm not going to say which site it is yet, but suffice to say, I am very much looking forward to this opportunity to bringing you OJ-FWA on a more weekly basis. And quite frankly, I'm very happy about that. OJ-FWA to me has always been more than just simply playing wrestling games and recording matches. These are characters I care about. These are characters that are important to me, and storylines that reflect a very real thing in my life. So the fact that there are so many of you who appreciate and watch what we do, it really does, I'm really, I'm really touched. And I hope to be able to bring you more in the future. And oh, by the way, I don't usually do, as I said, I don't usually do this kind of actual blogging kind of thing on the YouTube channel. But I hope that this little brief thing was informative to you guys, and just keep in mind, OJ-FWA will continue, and not only will we continue, we will get better and better. I'm working on getting some equipment so that I can actually stream things. Right now, my equipment is limited. I can only bring so much with me to Japan, but eventually I hope to be able to do that, and like I said, bring OJ-FWA Fight TV to you guys on a weekly basis. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and thank you so much for continuing to watch OJ-FWA. See you later.